information on the standing committees. It's mandatory. It's mandatory that all of you guys join at least one committee. You're encouraged to do more depending on your time constraints, that type of thing. This is all the verbiage on these slides that's out of the Constitution. I'm going to hit the high points with what you really need to know. If you join these committees, I highly encourage you to read over your section, know it, love it, do it. Having said that, also all these committees have a set number of centers that states they include. There is no reason why they cannot include more, with the exception of the budget committee. It is limited to 6 due to voting, so you have to remain in that certain number. But as far as the rest of the committees go, it says there can only be 4 on the organizations committee. There's welcome to be more. So the organizations committee has 4 senators chaired by the VP, or as many as you guys would like. And their purpose here on campus is to deal with club recognition requests. This might seem like something trivial, but once you're a recognized club, you have the right to request a budget and discretionary funding from the SGA. So this is something that needs to be taken very seriously. We need to make sure that the clubs we are recognizing have good missions and are going to do good things for the campus community and the community surrounding us. So that's a tidbit about the organizations committee. And if you want to sign up for that, you can see Catherine Green, Vice President of the SGA Executive Board, after the meeting. The next committee, this is a big one, is the budget committee. Like I said, it includes 6 senators, has the financial controller, and also has a chair. And basically, they review every budget that is submitted by a Washington Club student recognized, or Washington College recognized student club organization. It has 2 time consuming, days each year. It takes a couple hours to go over all that, as well as the discretionary requests. But it's very important. You guys are really in charge of being, the fine pencil on these requests that are being submitted, and it's up to this committee to catch all the mistakes that may be made in budgets. And if you think about the SGA typically goals out over $100,000 a semester, it's important, and it's ultimately you guys' money. Every student on campus paid for that money to be there, so you guys need to get out there and sign up. Next committee is the academics committee. It consists of 6 or more senators, and their role is to work with the student academic board and address issues related to academic programs at Washington College. We want to know from this committee what the students on campus want to see. Do they have concerns about the departments, that type of thing. And they also can discuss and make recommendations to the Senate about any legislation concerning academic issues. Just to give you an example of what something like that could be, in the past it's came up to have a free block, which would be a 2-hour block from like 4 to 6 or something where no classes can be held. These are types of things that go on the platform, but these things are generally generated out of the academics committee. I'm not saying that you guys should do that, it's just an example of what's taken place in the past. The next committee is the social committee. That includes 7 more senators, and they work with the Secretary of Social Life, Katie Johnson, who's down on the end, she's stuck in. And they handle planning the SGA social meetings and work that. I'm sure you guys have heard about homecoming coming up, so you guys, it's a good opportunity to get involved with that. In the past, we've done things like Orange Fence Party, a whole host of things, anything SGA social events-wise that comes through KDJ, and it'll come through this committee. So you guys want to roll and playing that, you can see her after the meeting. And I think I forgot to mention to see Laura to sign for the budget committee, and Beverly to sign for academics. Service committee, 4 more senators, and work with the Secretary of Service to oversee service budgets as well as draft legislation concerning basically student service organizations on campus. This is also an important committee. We like to keep a community service at heart, and servicing at heart of all of our clubs and organizations on campus. And the head of that kind of comes through the Student Affairs Office and the Secretary of Service. So if any of you guys have passion for service, definitely get involved with this. student services and campus properties. Sorry, the service falls under Secretary of Service and Enforcement. Student services, campus properties, 4 or more senators, and they review the quality of operations of Washington College. Things like the dining hall, buildings and grounds, anything like that falls under this committee. Issues that your constituents have with, maybe they have a broken sprinkler that sprays the window every morning, I don't know. That should come to this committee and it can be transmitted back to the administration. So in the past, we've had the dining hall committee. Also, safety issues are a big focus for this committee. Lighting on campus, things like that. They like to get involved with that and try and make the campus a more efficient and safer place for the students. And you can see Secretary of Service Manny Venable after this meeting sign up for that. Campus Climate and Diversity Committee, chaired by Secretary of Diversity Larissa Check. 4 or more senators will work to oversee diversity budgets, discuss and report to the Senate about student diversity concerns on campus. Work heavily with Larissa. We've also worked with Office of Multicultural Affairs and Darnell Parker. And you guys are kind of at the forefront of diversity concerns and trying to get those things changed. So it's a very important initiative for SGA, and we want to see a diverse campus and we want everyone to coexist. And that comes to this Senate for this committee, and it also can sponsor any legislation. Anyone can sponsor any legislation. I know I've been saying that they generally sponsor legislation for each respective committee in their area. Anyone can sponsor any legislation they want, but these are kind of the general hubs for these issues. So if you say had a diversity issue, it would make sense to go to the diversity committee. And then last but not least is the elections committee. 2 or more senators, chaired by myself and vice president. And we're in charge of advertising, running elections, and counting ballots. Takes place 1 day a year, typically 2 days a year. And it's a great committee to be involved in, especially if you're interested in learning about the inner workings of the SGA and how we all come to be where we are. It's definitely a segue into being on the exec board. So with that, guys get out there and sign up for some committees and good luck.
Alright guys, now we're going to move into class officer reports. Senior class president, do you have a report?
Yeah, I'm president of senior class, Mike Mason. Right now, Sean, Sally, and I are basically the only ones we have on our exec board. So if there's any seniors out there who are interested in getting involved, or our friends are interested in getting involved, please let me know. Or after this meeting, just shoot me an email. We got a couple meetings coming up with Stephen, like our activities director, to get something involved. So just let me know if anyone's interested in helping out.
Thank you. Junior class president?
How you doing? My name's Ian Blatt. I'm the class president. We also have the same issue, except we don't have a vice president. I've talked to Mike Drake, and he's been interested. So if I could appoint him, do I do that now or at a different time?
You would give us that appointment that we
Okay,
swear
cool.
in.
And then we're going to work together and find the rest of the board. And that's about it.
Okay. Sophomore class president?
Hey, I'm Alex Sanbargio. We luckily have a full cabinet right now, but any sophomore senators who are interested in helping out, just let me know. Be more than glad to have you. Good night.
Freshman class president?
Hi, I'm Brielle. Everything's great. Anyone's looking forward to being a fundraising or idea for really looking forward to do a lot of that stuff. So if you have any ideas, shoot me an email. Look forward to being on the go.
Alright, at this time, we would usually move into standing committee reports, but seeing as we have not formed our committees yet, we're going to move on. There's no old business and we're not recognizing new business at this point because that would be club recognition or any of that kind of stuff. So we're now going to move into open forum. Is there any senatorial open forum? At this point, you can just kind of, if you have any concerns or announcements that you want to make, you're allowed to do so now. Seeing none, we're now going to move into non-senatorial open forum. This would be like class officers and exec board members. Finance
monthly meeting on Friday afternoon to go over those. And then by Sunday, as senators, you should all get a list of the budgets that have been requested so that we can pass them on Tuesday. So we'll look over those before Sunday on Tuesday.
Is there any other announcements we're looking for? Alright, seeing none, we're now going to move into speaker announcements. I just wanted to remind you guys, sign up for a committee before you leave. If you don't have a folder or a t-shirt, see me, and also if your name was not on the, or see myself or Sarah, and if your name was not on the attendance thing, come to myself as well. So is there, attendance policy. In your folder, there's an attendance policy, that will take effect starting after today. So, if you just want to read over that and sign it and return it at the next meeting, that would be great. So now I will ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.